can't see his head. Chainsaw. And there's blood all. It's like it looked like a butcher, right? And
Holy
he's just
shit.
and he's just sitting there, and it fades to there's nothing there. Another time, and this was when I was getting sick of having these things. The third time and the final time that I ever had them. There was like a zombie reaching after me, like right next to me in my face, and I just got I wasn't even scared. I was just so mad, and I took a swipe at it. My hand went right through it. I was like, and then it faded.
Holy shit.
It was just so weird. Ever had one?
What a...
But I woke up in hell.
Hey! It's mine! It's mine!
There was literally a time I felt
toast
like I
you.
woke up
I'll
in the
toast
pits
you.
of hell. But I was just still in
You're
my
the
bed.
fire pit! You're a fire
I
pit!
wake up, there's, okay.
Yeah, double's
Wake up,
good,
it was like
double's good.
probably the middle of the night. There was like this shadowish figure standing right beside me, and one standing like on the far end of my bed.
Can we switch
Then I fall back to sleep after being terrified, and
Please.
I see the same two figures, but this time there's like paintings on the wall, and they have weird, creepy pictures. I'm like, are these pictures of hell or something? They're like creepy. I picked up a pillow or my blanket or anything, and I know that I was in my brother's room at that time because that's where I naturally sleep. But then I started moving to my mom's room. I jump my pillow to my brother's bed, which is actually, he sleeps on a mattress. I jump over there, running basically at this one shadow figure that's at the end of my bed, going right through it. I laid all there. It's like it didn't do anything. It turned around and looked at me. And it's like, okay, that's creepy. So I put my bed down, like my pillow down, and I fall asleep as fast as I can. I was like, okay, that was something I'd never forget.
Damn.
Really? That's crazy. Who wants cooked furry for dinner?
Free marshmallow!
And marshmallows, yeah.
Put the opposite controller.
See,
The opposite hand. You got
All we're missing is like the little metal thing
No,
to put
Minty,
animals
that's me.
on.
I gotta reset back in my seat. I got.
I can't grab it.
Okay, so does anybody else want to, speaking of scary stories, does anybody want to talk about fever dreams? Because I've got two fever dreams that I remember
What are
down to a
fever
T.
dreams?
Yeah, that's what I'm confused about.
Do you know what fever dreams
What are
are?
fever dreams?
I don't know.
It's just like the most random stuff that wouldn't be cool if you were conscious. It comes off as horror.
Why couldn't I find
It's
a
like,
ball? I was
so you know,
looking for a
it's
ball.
basically like the most random trap when you
Why
get
was there no ball?
when you're sleeping and you wake up in a sweat and you're
Why
terrible.
was there no ball? I
I've
checked the
actually never had that
basketball
happen, but
court.
I think I know what you mean by it though.
But you know
I had a
talking
dream
about
where
how
I
the
was
bowling
actually
alley screen is
falling
normally
from
just
a-
the weirdest crap ever.
I had the weirdest dream. I was falling
Me
from a
too.
and then I cracked this arm around my back. And when I woke up, my arm was on the same arm that I
Go to another
cracked
dimension. Okay,
was
we're going to
under
another
my-
dimension. Bye bye.
on my back, like
Alright,
how
bye.
it ended. Then
Bye
my
bye. Go to
dream.
another dimension.
I was just
Bye bye.
that was just weird.
Bye.
I
Andy's
have
going
weird
okay.
dream. Me too.
They need to add more fursuits to this map.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a furry suit with a gun.
I wouldn't mind either one because, well, a lot of people want the same outfits a lot of the time.
Yeah, story.
I do not want to see. I don't want to see all the skins of that, and only this skin left. That would just be terrifying if I were this skin. There was a millions of that.
That's story.
How old are you?
Shut up.
What?
I'm a boy.
Oh my god, I really thought those waves. Okay, my story is I was like in war and I see that I was like in a tank. And that was like
Guys, there's more people.
Like-
Wait, that's just.
I came I was like a weird
There's
Oh
another
my
person
goodness.
coming.
Oh my god, does
technically
anybody want to
everyone-
talk about their war dreams? Because I've had plenty of war
Yeah.
dreams. Just what
It
I'm
was like guns, there were like very voice guns. It was like terrifying in that room.
I had a war dream.
So what's that dream?
I can't get
It was
through
like-
anybody. Yeah, that's weird.
Probably shooting people over there. There was like a spy over there.
I know
Like,
what's in this. Yeah.
Everyone
One time I had a
it
war
was
dream
like
where we were in a trench, right?
BRB.
And so
Okay.
I had a rifle, okay? And I was shooting down range, many people. And
I was in an
my friend was next to me. I had a friend next to me, and then a friend next to him. And I'm shooting, and all of a sudden, this huge bullet, like this big and like that wide, comes and takes his head off, and I duck, and like a swarm of bullets come by.
Yeah.
And
Everyone,
then I
we
come
found
up
a secret
with
cave.
like
We
guide
found a
shield, like
secret
from
cave.
COD or something.
Yeah. Okay.
And I come up with the ride shield.
Hey guys,
Right?
put water while we do stories.
And
Wait, I don't like the
look.
I'm just sitting there with my friend's daddy here with
Oh
stuff,
my-
and then I hear a air raid siren go off to higher level. Bombs are coming and stuff like this, and it was such a
Yeah.
panicking moment. And you could just see like 5 of them coming up and down, and then my dream ended, and I was like, I woke up to like I was in a pond. I was so much. But
My
the most
story.
scary dream, it wasn't horror, it just scared me so bad. That's my worst fear, of just the air raid horn going off, and I just know that I'm not gonna escape it. I'm gonna die from just a huge explosion. I'm gonna die. Like, it's what the air raid horn is to symbolize that something coming that's so big that there's no way you're gonna escape it. So when you hear that horn, like the nuclear bomb horn, just don't even run. Just sit
Yeah.
there and reflect on your life, because you're
That
gonna
was like-
die either way.
I was like a kid. I have a terrible dream. The dream
And I
was
remember being in the dream. Just as soon as I hear it, my friend that doesn't have his head knocked off, me and him just look at each other, and I see his face go from like super angry just to depressed, and like we lost the war, pretty much. And it's my deep fears. And I want to be in the military when I grow up. That's one of the things that scared me to not be in the military. Like, either I want to be an inventor, or I want to race cars, or I want to do something like that now. But being in the military is not a choice for me anymore. I mean, I might
I
consider
settled
it,
with
but
just the thought of being like a. I like to draw a lot, and
just
yeah.
thinking that it just makes me go into deep fear right now.
Oh, so much story.
Hey guys, still.
Okay. Wait. Does anyone?
My worst.
Okay.
My
I gotta go brush my
see if
teeth.
there's anyone
there,
there,
and
and
just
just lead
I
them
was
to
having
the...
a furry
I'm gonna go
flag.
over see if there's any
That was
furries
worse.
over there. I'm gonna go over there see if there's any furries. We used to talk
I know.
about paranormal experiences.
I've had some of those.
I
Wait,
want to talk
okay.
about mine.
Quick question: has anyone here had a dream where it's like, it feels so real that you feel like you're actually there? So everything that hit actually feels like it's hitting you and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you had a scratch on your back, it would actually end up feeling like you actually got a scratch on your back in the morning or something. I've had one of those, and it was it's like first one, I think. I literally, I felt like my actually broke after how I woke this dream, and it was because I was a big fan of the Titanic. I felt like I was actually there. I like they kept my I felt like they kept my dog in a cage inside the storage room, which was flooding, and it was drowning. I was like, oh my god.
No.
My heart was broken, and when I woke up, I was like, oh my god, please don't tell me. I went running, and I found my, I was like, oh my god, thank goodness he's okay. I was scared that moment.
I something to tell you.
One time I had this dream. I
will
tell you my
I was
Wait, I was like,
doing that.
please. Anyway, guys, he's to ride the void. Guys, he's to ride the void. I once had
Okay.
this
Did?
dream where I
Hey
where I
guys,
was
I had a
like
war
working.
dream. where I was like working in this office.
If
or something,
anybody's
I
like
was in,
me
a really
with
tall
this
building,
skin,
and
that
the one
means you're
time,
my
like,
brother or
some
sister,
sort of-
even if it's a boy.
some sort of person
You're like,
just
I mean,
I'm
like,
your sister,
kind
because I have
right.
this kid at the window where I
Oh.
was standing. I get some sort of
No, wait, that's my
present or
sister. I don't
something,
like.
and then
I don't like
just,
because I have a
go
sister.
out the window, and felt like something, like it looked
I
like
have
the
brothers and sisters
the
now.
glass had hit my arm, so
You're my brother.
I felt that, and I was like, oh my
Not
god.
got the
And then I
holes
woke up
on your hand.
instantly,
You're my
and
brother.
I checked my arm, and nothing
You're
was
my
there,
sister.
but it hurt.
Yeah. That's a boy skin.
Alright guys, I'm gonna
That's
talk
a girl.
about I'm gonna go to the sleeping cave if you're one, and that's, so if you want me, I'm gonna be behind the waterfall.
Yeah. Okay. Wait,
Sammy,
my story is I was in my room. And I have like a plushie.
back.
I was got cute plushie. And I wait and the next morning it's 3 a.m. and I see the plushie staring at me. That was strange before the dream.
Okay, I
Me.
want to talk about my paranormal experience. This happened back when I was 9, so 3 years ago. Wait, 4. Why am I so dumb? And we used to live in this really old house, and it was really cheap at the time. And we didn't know that the neighbor next door actually studied witchcraft and possibly cursed the family that lived there prior. And so the house had the curse on it. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Now, I didn't believe in ghosts at the time. I thought that was... they didn't exist. And after the 3 months, I never observed anything, but I remember this one time I just woke up and I saw what looked like a silhouette of somebody hanging themselves in the hallway. And I was very terrified.
That's gotta be the most creepiest thing ever.
And I screamed very loudly. So my parents woke up and they came to see what was wrong. And I told them there was somebody in the house. So we looked around. We didn't find anyone. A few months passed after that, and I had this one dream where I heard voices. They were telling me to kill them. So, it was terrifying for me as a young child. And that's really when we decided to move out, because they also felt like they were being watched that night. And so we left that house, and ever since then I've been going to therapy. And I still recall a lot from that, and it really did scar me to this day. Just all of that.
I'm a definite believer in ghosts because I've had times when I'm at my friend's house, right? In his house, he says that it's haunted. He had said it for the longest time. He said, yeah, I've seen this, and this happen, and I don't ever believe in him. You know, I've had my own paranormal stuff, but I'm just like, well, that's just my mind playing tricks on me. So it's up until... don't judge me, but we're on the couch watching the new thing that they're making, like Lego models that hang from the ceiling, and these guys made really cool stuff. And then the clock that is sticking out of the wall, well, it was on a shelf, like a little clock with like a round glass case on it, and it's inside the case. And it's until that we saw that get picked up by nothing at all, float to the middle of the room, and then drop, and then glass shattered everywhere. then I started believing in ghosts.